add stuff. As we get on into what Brett Siegel had to say as far as the Westbrook conversation in Siegel's Scoops, Sacramento Kings, this is the quote, Sacramento Kings, Russell Westbrook, and Macolm Brogdon are the two players who have come up the most in conversations about how the Sacramento Kings will fill out their roster this offseason. The word from NBA Summer League regarding the Kings is that they still want to add Westbrook, even after their sign and trade to acquire Dennis Schroeder from the Pistons. So it sounds like Russell Westbrook, and we've discussed, hey, would it have happened already if it was going to happen? The conversation does start to get asked, well, what is the holdup? Is Russell Westbrook trying to see what else is out there? Because they said that you're not going to get 27 minutes a game, which is what he got in Denver. Are the Kings still trying to weigh things between Russell Westbrook and Macolm Brogdon? Let's not forget there was an alleged Zoom call with Westbrook and Dennis Schroeder when everything kind of kicked off for free agency. So I'm not really sure. Then you have Doug McDermott. Clearly, they're not afraid to make moves as they bring back Doug McDermott, which the news broke during the show yesterday, and some people weren't super thrilled about that. Hey, what happens to Isaiah Crawford? What happens to some of these guys? I'd rather see them more than Doug McDermott. Is Doug McDermott a forward? Is Doug McDermott a guard? A lot of people are arguing that part of it as well. So the Kings are definitely have their hands in a lot of things right now. And the Russell Westbrook conversation is not going anywhere. It doesn't seem to go anywhere. Macolm Brogdon is a name who's come up basically with it feels like any team besides the Thunder, Macolm Brogdon has been brought up, right? If you are in any type of need of a point guard, and Macolm Brogdon, by the way, 24 games last season, 12.7 points per game, 3.8 rebounds per game, 4.1 assists, 43.3% from the field, 28.6% from three, 88% from the free throw line. Now, he only played 24 games. He was bouncing around. He was injured. But I don't really know if they're both going to be on minimum contracts. If you're already making this decision to kind of go, quote unquote, all in with vets, just get Westbrook. I would take Westbrook over Brogdon just because at least recency bias, at least I just saw Westbrook. I saw Westbrook do some bad. I saw Westbrook do some good, but I just haven't even seen Brogdon ever since he won Rookie of the Year. Has he played basketball? Let's see. Since he won Rookie of the Year in 2023, he played 39 games in 2024 and then 24 games in 2025.
Are you talking about Sixth Man of the Year?
Yes, Sixth Man of the Year.
Because he also won Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, he won Rookie of the Year in 2017. Excuse me. Then in 2023, he was Sixth Man of the Year. He played 39 games, and then he played 24 games.
Man, this is just kind of a reminder. The Celtics nailed the timeline situation because Macolm Brogdon. Remember, they added Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis after losing, I think it was Game 7 of the conference finals. The guys they got rid of, Macolm Brogdon, haven't seen him play basketball since.
He's played 63 games since he won Sixth Man of the Year.
And Boston was one game from the finals. Marcus Smart, haven't seen him play basketball since leaving Boston. Grant Williams, feel like I haven't seen him play basketball since leaving Boston, other than that one terrible half season with the Mavericks.
And then they physically kicked him out of Dallas.
Oh, and then you know who the fourth one is? Time Lord Robert Williams, who I'm not sure has played a single game of basketball since leaving the Celtics.
Yeah, what's going on there? That's kind of what's going on in Boston.
Well, they broke all of their bodies and then shipped them out for Holiday and Porzingis.
But nobody knew. Nobody knew. Well, I think the other part of it too, and Grant Williams is where I fell victim to this, is that when you see guys in the playoffs year after year, because I think if I remember correctly, the Celtics went to the conference finals, then the NBA finals.
I think there was a year gap in between, but they went conference finals, NBA finals in 2022, 7 games in the conference finals in 2023. When you see this group make deep playoff runs, you overvalue how good those players actually are, Obi Toppin, just because you see them playing for so long. I think even league executives make those mistakes.
Oh, they do all the time.
Like they thought Macolm Brogdon was going to be amazing, and he hasn't played basketball since.
Yeah, it was weird to me even when they brought Brogdon in. He won Sixth Man of the Year, but I was under the impression that he was going to start because they brought him in because they had Marcus Smart, but they needed a real point guard. So haven't seen it. He played 63 games since leaving Boston and winning Sixth Man of the Year. And just based on that alone, I would say just go get Westbrook. Now, everybody knows how I feel about Russell Westbrook. Is he going to buy in to a lesser role? Because there's no way he's playing 27 minutes a night in Sacramento. At least I don't see how he's playing 27 minutes a night in Sacramento. And this isn't source information, but this has to be part of the reason that there's a holdup. We've been hearing about this. Every day we hear about Al Horford about to be signed by the Warriors, and that's supposed to be even closer. And we also hear about Russell Westbrook and the Kings. So the only holdup I can think of is Russell Westbrook maybe hoping to find a bigger role somewhere else, and it just hasn't revealed itself. I don't think it's about money. I think it's about, hey, is there somebody out there where I can get 25 plus a night because I've had a good conversation with the Kings, but they told me, and in Russell Westbrook's mind, I know he thinks he's better than Dennis Schroeder right now. I know I don't need to be told that from Russell Westbrook. I just know it. So he's probably thinking, why are y'all giving Dennis Schroeder $15 million a year, which a lot of people are thinking that, not from adding Dennis Schroeder, but that type of money, that type of commitment. And now you're going to ask me to join and play 15 minutes a night. I don't love it, but I got to find something better. And I just think right now we're in the process of Russell Westbrook trying to find something better, and he doesn't think it's going to happen because we've heard these guys talk on podcasts before. Money matters. And if you bring in Russell Westbrook on a minimum contract and you're paying Dennis Schroeder $15 million, he would have to be wiping the floor with Dennis Schroeder to get more time than him. He would. And I don't think that that's a situation that would happen because I don't know that he would get that type of opportunity because the Kings are paying Dennis Schroeder $15 million. So that would be my guess as to the holdup here. Russell Westbrook had a great conversation with Scott Perry. They're on the same page, but they said, brother, we're looking at 15 minutes a night here just to keep it 1,000 with you, who, by the way, Chris Paul, there have been reports that Chris Paul might not even play some games with the Clippers, meaning he might not get off the bench, and he is okay. They've had that conversation. That's the reports that came out this morning. Essentially, he understands that there'll be some games where he gets to 25, 30 minutes maybe, but there will be games where Chris Paul just is not needed.
Yeah, he would rather be Udonis Haslem near his kids than going to play 30 minutes a night on some garbage team like the Hornets.
Right, or taking a chance on Chris Paul doesn't need just a random random playoff run with the Bucks where, hey, we're the Bucks, so we're going to be the 4 seed in the East, but we're not beating the upper echelon of the East. He doesn't need that. And
he might not even start on that team.
No, he might not. So that's the newest on Russell Westbrook. That's my take on it. I just think that there's probably a playing time conversation or a playing time holdup. Russell Westbrook goes to his agent, goes to his camp and says, let's try to find somewhere else. Okay, we know Sacramento wants me. Let's try to find somewhere else where I'll have a bigger, number one, a bigger role, but number two, he wants to play winning basketball. Right. And Russell Westbrook is to the point where this is what we discussed yesterday. Is he better than somebody, maybe not LaMelo proper, but they could probably start together. But if you're the Hornets, yeah, we'd rather just start one of our young guys. If you are one of these bad teams, I'm not just going to he's at that age now where I'm not going to give Russell Westbrook minutes because that doesn't help anything. Is he better than players on the Wizards, right? He could run that back. Is he better than somebody we're starting? Probably, but that doesn't help us achieve anything.
Yeah, the perfect situation is what we're talking about in Sacramento, which is a team that does not have a point guard that is still trying to compete. Mm-hmm. And it feels like that ship maybe has sailed only because of the large financial commitment Sacramento made to Dennis Schroeder.
On the other side, the best remaining free agents, according to our guy, Keith Smith. Are you interested in anyone? Let's talk about it. Allen Stiles, Sactown Sports.
We all hear the radio ad.